once again. Very good morning to everyone. And just tell me, have you ever looked at someone and thought, Yaar, how does this person have it all together? They never seem frazzled. They show up on time. They speak with confidence. They are growing quietly, steadily. While the rest of us are just trying to figure out what we had for lunch. So, for the longest time, I thought those people were just lucky or connected, or maybe they had a really impressive morning routine involving cold showers and 5 a.m. journaling that the rest of us simply haven't committed to. But here's what I have come to realize, and this is what I want to unpack with you today. It was never about luck. It was always about mindset. And today we're going to talk about the mindset of successful professionals. So I'm sure you would definitely want to know about that. And before you think yourself that this is not for me, I'm just a homemaker, or I'm still in college, or what do I know about being a professional? Let me stop you right there. A professional is not a job title. It's a way of thinking. And that thinking can be learned starting today. Let me talk about Supriya. She's 29, working at miss-sized company in Bengaluru. Every time a project gets delayed, Supriya has a ready list. The internet was slow, her colleague didn't send files on time, her manager gave unclear instructions, and blah, blah, blah. And every bit of it may be true. But here is the uncomfortable bit. Nobody got promoted because they had the best excuses. Successful professionals ask a different question. Not whose fault is it, but what can I do about it? Ownership doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything. It means refusing to let circumstances have the final say. The moment you say, I'm responsible for my results, even partially, you hand yourself back to the steering wheel. And let me talk about the mindset number two, that is learning over ego. Let me talk about Arvind. He's 46, a senior manager at a logistic company in Delhi. When his company introduced a new digital tracking system, half the team grumbled. Arvind grumbled the loudest. मैं 20 साल से काम कर रहा हूं, मुझे सिस्टम सिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है. And I've been, right? So 6 months later, the junior who quietly learned the system was running the department's analytics. And Arvind was still doing it the old way, but slower. Ego tells you, I already know enough. And growth tells you there's always something more to understand. So the most successful people in any room are rarely the loudest. They are the ones quietly asking questions, taking notes, sitting with curiosity instead of certainty. A full cup cannot receive more water. Empty yours a little every single day. And then mindset number three, consistency over bursts. Yes, now this one hits close to home for most of us. And I say that with full love. We are brilliant in January. We make lists, we set goals, we have color coded planners. By February, the planner is under the bed collecting dust. So it's already February. Whose planner is already gathering dust now? And we have convinced ourselves the problem is motivation. And here's the secret, Successful professionals are not more motivated than you, they are more habitual. They don't wait to feel inspired, they just begin every day, even on bad days, and especially on the bad days. Let me tell you about Nandini, a homemaker in Hyderabad who wanted to learn digital skills to eventually work from home. Now, she didn't sign up for a 6 months course and disappear. She gave herself 20 minutes every morning after school drop off. Just 20 minutes and for 4 months. Today, she manages social media for three local businesses from her kitchen table. A river doesn't carve a canyon in a day, it just keeps flowing. And eventually, even rock surrenders. Let me repeat that for you. A river doesn't carve a canyon in a day, it just keeps flowing, and eventually, even the rock surrenders. And then, mindset number four, solutions over complaints. Yes, complaining is really very satisfying. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. There's something deeply human about a good chai time rant, about the boss, the system, the traffic, the in laws. But here's what separates professionals from everyone else. After the rant, they pivot. They ask, okay, so what can actually be done here? They spend 10% of their energy on the problem and 90% on the solution because complaints are comfortable and solutions are courageous. You can always just observe when you're conversing with other people, making complaints. Most of the time, many people are just discussing the problems instead of working on the solutions. And this small mindset shift can help you grow. So the next time you catch yourself stuck in a problem loop, pause, take a breath, and ask, what's one small thing I can do right now? Yesterday I was talking to somebody and I was telling her about the importance of taking baby steps. I don't know if she has taken the baby step today or not, but I'll definitely ask her again today. And mindset number five, build habits, not just ambitions. Yes, ambition is the dream and habit is the vehicle. Everyone in this room has ambitions. Dreams are free and we are all rich in them. But the professionals who actually get there, they have converted their ambitions into daily non negotiables. They don't just wish to be good communicators, they read one article a day. They don't just hope to be financially free, they track expenses every Sunday night. They don't just want to be healthy, they take the stairs every single time, even when the lift is right there. Your habits are a daily vote for the person you want to become. And make sure they are voting for the right candidate. So, there's a beautiful metaphor I want to leave you with. Successful professionals think long term while acting daily. Let me repeat that. Successful professionals think long term while acting daily. They have the patience of a farmer and the precision of a surgeon. They plant today seeds that may not bear fruits for months, sometimes years, but they plant every single day. You don't need to overhaul your life tonight. You don't need to quit your job, move cities, or wake up at 4 a.m. You just need to think like a professional today. Own your choices, stay curious, show up consistently, look for solutions, and build one habit, even a tiny one, that your future self will thank you for. So, success is not a destination you arrive at, it is a person you quietly become one honest, intentional day at a time. So I would ask all of you to close your eyes for 5 seconds and answer honestly. In fact, I want you to ask yourself, your own self, one question. What would a top professional do differently today if they were living my life? So you're talking about your own life. So I repeat the question. Please ask yourself, what would a top professional do differently today if they were living my life? Maybe they would respond to that email instead of leaving it on read. Maybe they would say no to one distraction. Maybe they would spend 15 minutes learning something new. Or maybe they would simply show up fully present for the next conversation they have. Whatever your answer is, I want you to implement that one behavior, not next week, but today. So you can open your eyes, and I'm sure all of you have that answer. Write it down, give it a time, make it real, you know, because the gap between you, in fact, who you are and who you want to be, is not as wide as you think. It's exactly the width of one good decision made consistently every day and starting now. So, thank you. Thank you for being here today, and go and be the professional you can be. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.